Good morning, dear students. In today's session, I'm going to discuss with you the numerical problems that I gave you as homework because I feel most of you are unable to do the question number 2 and question number 3. So, here I'm sharing the solution with you along with the steps and the calculation part. Question 2 was to find out the number of atoms present in 2 grams of calcium hydroxide. This was the question. So, children, in this question or in whatever question given to you, the first thing that you need to note is the given things in the question. What is given in the question and what you have to find out. So in this question, as you can see, the mass of calcium hydroxide is given. As soon as you see that mass is given here, you can immediately think of the formula of the mole, which can help you in the calculation of mole from the given mass. And another important thing is the molecular mass of calcium hydroxide. The chemical formula of calcium hydroxide is this, where mass of calcium is 40, mass of oxygen is 16, since there are 2 atoms of oxygen, so it will be multiplied with 2, and mass of one hydrogen atom is 1, and we have 2, so I'll multiplying it with 2. So you'll get 74 gram as the molecular mass or the molar mass of calcium hydroxide. So with the help of these two things, you can find out the mole. So in the first step, I have mentioned the calculation of mole only. As you can see here, formula of mole is equal to given weight upon molecular weight of calcium hydroxide. And I have substituted the values, and on substituting the values, the value of mole will come out to be 2 upon 74. Now we have the value of moles here. With the help of mole, we can find out the total number of molecules. So by using this formula for mole, which is equal to total number of molecules upon Avogadro's number. To make my calculation simple, I have used 6 into 10 raised to the power 23 instead of 6.023 into 10 raised to the power 23. So children, by substituting the value of mole here, I can calculate the total number of molecules, which will come out to be 12 into 10 raised to the power 23 upon 74. So now we have the total number of molecules with us, and we have to find out the atoms. Now in the next step, what we are going to do? In the next step, first of all, you'll find out the number of atoms in one molecule of calcium hydroxide, which can be obtained with the help of the molecular formula itself. As you can see here, the molecular formula of calcium hydroxide is CaOH whole twice. So according to the formula, the number of atoms in one molecule of calcium hydroxide should be 5. Here you can see that only one atom of calcium is present, whereas 2 atoms of oxygen and 2 atoms of hydrogen. So the total number of atoms in one molecule will be 5. Now we have atom in one molecule and we have total number of molecule. So obviously we will be able to find out the total number of atoms very easily now by simply multiplying the atoms in one molecule with the total number of molecules. You can obtain the final answer. So as I have written the sentence here, one molecule of calcium hydroxide has 5 atoms. Therefore 12 into 10 raised to the power 23 upon 74 molecules will have this. The 5 is multiplied with the number of molecules, and you'll get the final answer as 0.81 into 10 raised to the power 23 atoms. So I hope the numerical is clear to you. Even now, if you're facing any problem, then also you can call me and ask your doubt. Now coming to the next numerical. The next numerical was to find out the number of electrons in 0.4 moles of methane. So whenever children we have to find out the total number of particles, I told you the particles can be any particle, electron, proton, atoms, molecule, anything. The easiest part is molecule, because molecule is the first thing which is obtained from mole. So here I would like to tell you one thing before solving this problem. Now see here children, whenever you have mole in front of you, from mole directly you can obtain molecule by multiplying it with the Avogadro's number. Okay, and from molecule you can reach to the number of atoms, and from atoms you can reach to the number of electrons. So this is how it is followed. When you have the mole, calculate the total number of molecules and then calculate the total number of atoms, then you can move to the electrons, or whatever easy strategy you feel like you can use that. So in this question, as per the question, you can see that in the question it is mentioned to find the total number of electrons present in 0.4 moles of methane. So the first step that I have used is to calculate the total number of electrons in one molecule of methane. So first thing is to know that how do we get the value of electron from atoms. So let me tell you this, children, you must have done this in your class 9 and 10th, that number of electron is equal to the atomic number. So here the atomic number of carbon is 6. So the number of electrons present in one atom of carbon will be equal to 6. And atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Therefore, the number of electrons present in 4 hydrogen atom will be 4. Again, please do remember that atomic number tells us about the number of electrons. So I have just substituted the number of electrons here as per the atomic number. Why have I used 4 here for hydrogen? Because atomic number of one hydrogen is 1. Since we have 4 hydrogen atoms, so the number of electrons contributed by 4 hydrogen atom will be 4. So in total we have 10 electrons present in one methane molecule. Now we have electrons here. So total molecules in 0.4 moles will be how many? It will be equal to 0.4 into Avogadro's number. Now we have total molecules as 2.4 into 10 raised to the power 23. We have electrons in one molecule and we have total number of molecules with us. So in the next step, what can we do? We can simply multiply this with the number of electron, which I have done here. I have multiplied the total number of molecules with the number of electrons in one molecule. So the answer will come out to be 2.4 into 10 raised to the power 24. This is the final answer for question 3. I hope the solution is clear to you. Please recall the basic concepts that you have learnt in class 9 and 10, and if there is some problem in those concepts also, children, you can ask me, because there are certain things which I feel that you must be knowing from your previous classes. So please practice these two numericals again, and all those who have done it correctly, it is really appreciable that you could do it in first attempt. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.